recording as well. Okay.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Kapoor. Considering the time, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Good afternoon. My name is Michael Dowry, serving as receiver for the city of Chester. Joined here today by, well, first of all, this is the Municipal Financial Recovery Advisory Committee meeting. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, 2022. Joined today by committee members on behalf, well, I'll save that for last and work on the introduction. Let's start with the county. On behalf of Delaware County Council, we are represented here today by Ms. Kelly Diaz. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And also joined on behalf of the city by Councilman Morgan. Good afternoon, Councilman.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. The mayor will be joining me shortly in the room. He's finishing up his meeting now, but he'll be joining shortly.
Okay, thank you. And last but not least, we are joined here today one final time by Director Bracy on behalf of Governor Wolf's office and Department of Community and Economic Development. Director Bracy, I want to say thank you. I'll start with, could wait to the end. I'll probably do it again, but at the outset, so I don't forget, I want to say thank you for your time served here and for being a member of this committee.
You are very, very welcome, sir. I've enjoyed working with you all, learning and doing all that we can to help provide the right financial advice and support to the city of Chester through the receivership's office. It's been my honor to serve. It's also my honor to pass the torch to Andrew Sheep, who serves as our program manager for all things Act 47, and he knows it, I'll say better than me, and is very well prepared to fill this position. He has been signed off on by the front office and those, and will represent the governor in these proceedings. So thank you all for the opportunity to serve. God bless, and my best wishes to the city of Chester and all of you.
Thank you, Director Bracy. Knowing you, I would imagine that you're going to continue to serve in whatever capacity you're moving on to. So good luck in all future endeavors. We wish you the best. And to Mr. Sheaf, thank you for agreeing to join the committee here. Welcome aboard.
Thank you, Mr. Receiver. I just want to say it's an honor to be appointed to this committee. And Mr. Receiver, Mayor, Councilman Morgan, Ms. Diaz, I look forward to joining your work, helping this process and working towards a financially stable Chester.
Thank you, sir. And please must acknowledge, joined now by Mayor Kirkland as well. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all.
All right, and to round out the faces, as always, joined by our Chief of Staff, Mr. Kapoor, and Executive Assistant Cody Dill. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
All right, well, now that we've called this meeting to order, we'll jump into into the agenda that was shared last week. Thank you, Cody, for circulating that to the committee members. The next item is to discuss any public comments received. And since our last meeting through Thursday, we did not receive any public comments through our formal channels. Community engagement continues, and I'll speak to that a little later. But through our formal channels, we have not received any public comment. For those in the public who are watching, we encourage you to continue to reach out, whether it be through our website or social media, Facebook page, or just calling the office directly. Cody, myself, the rest of the team are all available. The email address is info@chesterreceivership.com. That's info@chesterreceivership.com. Or feel free to give us a call or even stop by. The next agenda item is the status of the recovery plan. Mr. Kapoor, would you mind providing that update?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Good afternoon to the committee. Good afternoon to the public. I have a short update here for the committee. Most of it is kind of more operations related, and certainly we'll be getting further into other issues as the summer goes on. First area I wanted to give everyone a heads up on, or just an update on, is the COO search. In the recovery plan, one of the initiatives is to have the city hire a chief operating officer, and there has been a search that has been ongoing over the past couple of months. We had finalists who met with the elected officials at the end of last week. Some very positive meetings, and just wanted to keep everybody updated on that. We are hopeful with moving forward with one of those candidates in the coming weeks. But again, we'll keep everybody up to date on that. In terms of additional kind of staffing / operational areas, we have secured mutually additional support for the finance department. There is a group that is being brought in through the Protivity Corporation that is going to be helping the city assist on audits and some other support for the finance department, including an interim chief financial officer. Our interim chief financial officer started yesterday. There'll be additional Protivity personnel coming in. We'll have a total of 8 individuals as they're coming on to assist the finance department with getting current on the audits and also on some of the general financial operations. So we're pleased about that. That's something that the receiver and the city are doing in collaboration. Two other areas, just in terms of old business. You all will recall that the receiver has brought on several occasions the issue of the parking contract here to the committee. On May 27th, the receiver sent a letter to the parking vendor, PFS, notifying them that he was exercising his right to terminate the contract as of August 1st of 2022. Subsequent to that, we had a status conference with Judge Seisler this morning, with obviously the parking manager having some legal concerns with the receiver's action. We've agreed as part of that, as this litigation continues, to push off that date from August 1st of 2022 to September 1st of 2022 regarding the receiver's termination of the contract. Again, as the litigation process continues, Judge Seisler indicated her desire to move things along rather quickly, and I think that is probably in the best situation for everybody, but wanted to provide everybody an update on where that stood. Finally, one final matter that we have is regarding Prospect Crozier. This is a matter, as I think most of you who are watching this know, Prospect Crozier has a hospital system here in Delaware County, including a hospital that's located in Upland. At one point had some property in the city of Chester. There's been some issues over the years regarding some back property taxes that the city of Chester owes. The city of Chester was brought into court by Prospect Crozier about a week and a half ago regarding that, and regarding a $340,000 payment that Crozier says that the city owes, and was looking to collect on that. They were also looking to collect from the Chester Upland School District an amount around a little bit over $500,000. At the hearing, the school district agreed to pay Prospect Crozier $450,000. From the receiver's perspective, the receiver authorized a $34,000 payment that would be paid within 60 days, and that we would be back in court in November regarding the remainder of that amount. So, of course, as all of us are in the same spot here, we're trying to keep the city financially solvent, trying to keep it afloat. Certainly doesn't help when you've got a hospital system that appears to be on their way out, looking to collect money from both of these entities. But again, wanted to update the committee on that, and happy to answer any questions that you all have on either anything that I have talked about here, or anything that I haven't that you all would like to discuss.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kapoor. Opening it up to the full committee. Are there any questions of Mr. Kapoor or me? All right, well, hearing none, we'll move on to our next agenda item and final agenda item for today. It's an update on my behalf, but I'll also open it up to circulate through the committee if there are any closing comments or discussions points. Wanted to acknowledge, thank the Chester Upland School District, Superintendent Dr. Parkinson and Receiver Nichols for inviting me to, and the school board for inviting me to a presentation at the high school this past weekend, discussing mindfulness and equity and education, so many things that need to be addressed there. Probably most importantly is the disparity in funding between districts. But in particular, Principal Popley, if I'm saying that correctly, and Toby Farms, the work that they're doing there is truly commendable. Thank you for the invitation. I learned a lot through the documentary and look forward to future engagement. For the public, I want to encourage folks to continue to visit the city's website. There are 2 job openings in particular that I'm keen on, and that's a one-stop shop manager concept of someone to help with back office administration and collections between codes and public works and finance. But then there's also a supervisor of inspections position, two management positions that are critical to the city, both open currently, and seeking the public to visit the city's website, spread the word, encourage all to apply. Next thing I wanted to acknowledge is the municipal comprehensive plan. The city has, city council approved a contract and engagement, and that contract has been ratified with CH Planning, looking to set the vision for the city for the next 10 to 15 years to come. Look forward to working with that vendor and engaging the public in that process of laying a vision for the city. So tip of the hat to all involved in getting it to this point. Look forward to the work that is to come. Next thing I wanted to mention is our assessment of, I'll skip that one, city building inspections. Thank you to the inspectors in the codes department that have recently been completing the rounds of inspections of city vehicles, city buildings, excuse me. I think it's important to bring back to this committee that all buildings in the city failed inspection for one reason or another, some being pretty significant and severe. Significant issues that need to be addressed. Our financial consultants, PFM, they're still working on the 5-year baseline projections for the city, but information like this is going to feed in and really help to level set on what to really expect, what the city needs to do for investment in capital projects for the coming years. So that work is still underway on the baseline projections, but just wanted to again bring to this committee the reality that we have to deal with, and some significant deferred maintenance issues that need to be addressed in city buildings. Last 2 points are a thank you again to Pennsylvania State Police and the District Attorney's Office for the continued partnership with Chester and the Commissioner Gretzky and the City Police Force. That partnership continues to produce tangible results and making an impact, and just want to continue to thank everyone involved for their work there. The last thing is the streetlight LED conversion is nearing completion. Another thank you to the county for sponsoring the project. And as they're wrapping that up now, the next phase, if you will, of focusing on the camera project is really taking off. So, and then another thank you to the county for allowing us to tie into the monitoring system. The inefficiency of each municipality developing their own central monitoring system really doesn't make sense. A regional approach there is the way to go. So thank you to all involved with the lighting project. Hopefully we are literally seeing a difference with the LEDs, and then looking forward to what's to come from the camera project, really trying to curb some of the illegal dumping, and not to mention the crime deterrent, et cetera, of well, illegal dumping is in itself is a crime. So crime deterrent across the board and hopefully pretty effective. So looking forward to that work. That's it for me in general updates. The one item that I was going to dig into a little more was just that our assessment of the codes department was recently completed. We're presenting tomorrow to the mayor some of our findings there. And those 2 vacancies that I mentioned earlier tie into the work that we see in improving that department. So that's it for me. Are there any questions of me or my office?
I have a question.
Please.
Are you all on track with the repayment of the TRAN to DCED for 2022, right? Yeah.
Yes, so there are actually 2 loans outstanding. I want to make sure to touch on both of them. The original $2 million loan extended to the city several years back has a repayment of $200,000 per year. Councilman Morgan perhaps can confirm, but I believe that $200,000 payment scheduled for 2022 was in fact made in the last 30 days or so. The $5 million TRAN, thank you, Councilman. The $5 million TRAN, the debt service, the repayment there is set to begin at the end of July and then be paid in full by December. So no, those payments have not started yet, but I just wanted to point out that the first payment is not due yet.
And I'm just going to confirm that what you stated was accurate. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for the update.
No problem, Director Bracy. Any other questions of the committee? Comments, anything in closing? Mayor Kirkland?
Just one, Mr. Receiver. I also want to give a special thank you to State Representative Brian Kirkland, who provided us with a significant grant in helping with our lighting project and camera project initiative here in the city of Chester.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Mayor.
I just wanted to let the committee know and add to those individuals that are listening. We've been talking about the American Rescue Plan for some time. And not this month, sorry, but next month, as we approach July 20th, we will have our community meeting for the public where we will be discussing the budget that we've created and how what the next steps will be for the city of Chester to roll out some of those projects and programs that the city deems necessary to be a resource or add a resource for the community with the use of the American Rescue Plans funds. So do be on the lookout for the flyer that'll be pushed out this week on the City of Chester's website for July 20th, where we'll host that in-person meeting with the American Rescue Plan and our consultants, UHY, as well, who will be a part of it as well to speak about some of the requirements and restrictions on the American Rescue Plan Fund. So we want to be completely transparent and provide some progress on how the funds have been used and or will be used over the next coming years and this year primarily as well. So again, July 20th would be that time, that date. Will be, I think we said around 4:30 in the afternoon. However, for those individuals that can't come to the meeting in person, we will also live stream it on the social media platforms as well. So just be on the lookout for that flyer and more information to come with that presentation.
Thank you, Councilman. Anything else from the committee? All right, well, Mr. Sheaf, they're not all this short, so enjoy this one. Again, Director Bracy, thank you for your service and good luck in all future endeavors.
Thank you all. Good luck to you.
All right, this meeting is adjourned. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.